this is Dorkness Inc., and we have a special for you today. We're going to be looking at the Dark Knight Metal Batman Hero cards released by CMON for DCeased, but usable for Marvel Zombies, which is what we're going to be taking a look at today. All right, and next up we have the Batman Who Laughs. This character comes in hitting on 2 dice with 3s to wound, 0 range attack. His first skill is the Dark Metal Visions. At the start of each enemy phase, you may spend 1 power to draw 1 spawn card and assign it to 1 spawn point instead of drawing a card for it during its phase. So this is an interesting one in that being able to hand pick where at least the first or one of the draws goes can be really helpful, just to try and keep bad things as far away from you, or things that you have an easier time dealing with right there, so that you can better control what's happening. It's a very niche power, but it's not a bad power. This one is going to take some playtesting to see just how efficient it actually is. His orange skill is Puppeteer. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 action to have 1 other superhero within a range of 1 perform 1 attack or move. If you are the last superhero to activate each round, perform 1 free move. So that's a lot to take in. Let's break that down. So you get a range 1 and you pick another superhero and they get to attack or move. And if you're the last one to activate, you also get a free move at the end of your turn. So that's not terrible. It's weirdly, it directly fights against some of the other Batman abilities. Like the Batman from the core box from DCeased has a ability that is dependent on him being the last one to activate. So it's interesting that they would have the 2 characters kind of fighting over that spot. It as interesting as it is, it's also kind of a pain in the ass, because it means that only one of them can do it if you want to bring both, but that's what it is. His red skill is the Batman Who Always Wins. You may reroll misses when attacking zones containing zombie heroes. Fantastic. Each time a zombie hero enters your zone, you may perform 1 free attack. Okay, that's not bad. So being able to freely reroll attacks, especially reroll, not having to reroll all of your attacks, being able to just reroll the ones that missed, that's great. That's a fantastic power to have, and you're already hitting on 3, so you've got pretty good odds once you add a reroll. It does make him kind of a specialist, and I'm almost inclined to think that he'd be a good one to control where zombies are going, obviously, and then trying to get himself and his allies in the best positions. He's definitely going to be one of those characters that controls the board, and that's definitely going to be his gimmick. We'll definitely have to see. He's interesting though, and at least now I can play him. Alright, and now we have the Red Death, Batman Earth 52, the Flash Batman. Now, Flash has a range of 0, 3 dice on 4s. His blue ability is Super Speed. Each time you perform a move action, you ignore enemies and may spend up to 2 power to move that many additional zones. Now, I've played this Batman in the 2nd edition Zombicide, and this ability is weirdly useful. Being able to scout out and get ahead of packs and open doors and just get places is really handy, and I think a lot of people sleep on it, but it's a very handy thing to have. And then being able to spend a little extra power to get a little extra movement, that's not bad either. But as we go into his yellow skill, Accelerate Aging. Once during your turn, you may spend up to 2 power. To have enemies in your zone suffer -1 toughness this turn for each power spent. Then perform 1 free Rapid Punches attack. Now this is a very, very cool power. Now, it's a very efficient power in that reducing toughness by 1 for 1 power and getting a free attack, that is a great deal. That is a fantastic deal. That is so good for your action economy, but having the option to reduce it by 2, so if you're facing like your big beefy abominations, you have some options, really lends itself to this character. I mean, in theory, if you have 3 power, you can use 1 move 2 spaces, reduce an enemy by 2 toughness, and get a free attack. I mean, that's an insane turnaround for action economy. Now, where he gets really interesting is in our red added skill, Corrupted Speed Force. Each time you perform a power-up action, you may perform one free move action once during your turn. When performing a move action, you may spend 3 power to move into any open zone on the board. Now, this is one of those things that on paper, I don't know if it is showing just how powerful of a skill that actually is. For 3 power, you can get a free move, and one time a turn, you can move into any zone on the board. That is insane. That is, especially because you're going to power up anyway, because you're going to need the extra power to get the teleport, which is what I'm going to call this. So you get a free action. So you power up, so that's one action. You get a free move action, which you're going to use the teleport. You're going to spend 3 power, so 1 plus the 2 you got for powering up, and now you can teleport him anywhere on the board. That is insane. That is amazing. This is such a well-designed character. I'm so happy to see this. And that's it. That's all we have for this episode. Thank you so much for coming along with us with this journey. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We will catch you next time.